What up, though, man? 17 cosmic documents. Fuck it. We got a lot of shit I got a lot of shit I could talk about on how the mind work, man. You got the conscious part of the mind, and you got the subconscious, man. You feel me? But really, we're not supposed to be connected to the conscious mind. We're supposed to use our conscious mind for certain things. The conscious mind is connected to the matrix. So when you're moving with the flow of harmony, you're moving aligned with, I wouldn't say both, but actions that align with you. But certain actions that doesn't align with me, like eating snacks, and then having this internal dialogue that I get comfortable with it. So your internal dialogue is basically when you talk to yourself every show, like you know how you got like an inner world, right? You could be like 9 plus 9 in your head, like 9. So I could put 9 and then 5 and then 9, 6, add that up, 0. 1. Nigga could use his fucking mind and shit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga can picture shit in his mind and visualize shit. But then you know how you talking to yourself as well. Like when you make up a lot of scenarios, you get out the moment and shit like that. That's all the mind taking you out your present moment and shit like that. So when you move in harmony, there ain't no mind. There's just flows. You ever heard somebody say, I'm in flow state? I'm in flow state. That's when you're not using your mind. The mind, conscious mind, and the subconscious mind is the part of the mind that we are at when we're flowing. We're not using no mind. So when we disconnect, we're not disconnect, but find that separation, you could say, between the conscious mind. That's when you move and flow. You know what I'm saying? That's when you move and flow. So try to disconnect. When we say this, you're not separate from your mind, but yes, you're not connected to the matrix, the conscious mind, the body, the materialistic shit. You're not connected to that. So anything that's impulsive, certain things, even certain habits like eating, spirit of greed, eating, getting, hold on. I'm back. Spirit of greed, like fasting's important. That's something I be wanting to do, but I think I get thrown off sometimes, bro. But I don't be ashamed of it. But that's definitely a level where I gotta what I gotta focus on is really just my health. Not focus on, but find balance. It's my health and my inner self, because your health is your inner self. The way you feed yourself shows some shit. Like me eating certain snacks sometimes and fucking up my body, what's that coming from? And how is that going to manifest throughout my long-term path? It don't manifest as nothing good. So self-awareness comes from just figuring out certain habits and realizing certain things you do and certain thoughts that pop up are patterns. And I gotta realize the same shit too as well. So learn how the mind works and become the observer of your mind, like the observer of all these thoughts, but not separate yourself from experiencing these thoughts and these emotions, because you're experiencing nigga cooking. You're experiencing this shit in the present moment. You know what I'm saying? So just don't separate yourself from that shit. Just experience it and acknowledge it and don't judge it. Just sit with it, if anything. And what really is this thought? Why really was this ever one of my identifications? Why did I ever identify as anything? Bent on that inner self, true inner essence, nigga. You with me? So when we say what a soul is, man, you ain't gonna know what a soul is, but you know what your soul is. What make you what make you happy? What bring you joy? What make you happy? What bring you joy? You feel me? The things you do, the habits what habits make you feel fulfilled? Meditation, if so. You got people that would like to draw. You got people that like to stay focused with the certain things, certain habits. So retain, but don't get Don't become a slave of your own routine. And what I mean by that, do things, but not do things at a state where some days, so days like this, I feel like I got a purpose, right? And this is me talking, and I know a lot for my age, but sometimes I feel like I limited myself. But we got raised the frequency up in this motherfucker on the planet, because we gotta start learning how we get treated. Certain ways we're treated. Schools, they got schools that trap your mental. They got schools that trap your mental. They got influence that literally we all share minds. So when we start picking up other people's habits, these are other people's habits and thought patterns. You feel me? So when we notice those things, we got to acknowledge them. Have self-awareness of your thoughts, emotions, the way you feel, why you feeling this way, what made you feel that way. I'm talking to y'all people, but I'm talking to myself because I'm my own reflection as well. Anything that bothers me is a reflection of my inner state. Anything that once bothered me was a reflection of my inner state. You with me? So we got these desires too as well. Like me desiring a lot of shit, like wanting to, when I was young, wanting to talk a certain way, trying to talk a certain way, like one of them niggas. Like all that shit's the ego, bro. Like wanting to talk a certain way, wanting to walk a certain way, wanting to cut a certain way, all that shit's the ego, bro. I stand like this because of this. I wear my shoes this left side because I want to. All that shit's egotistic shit. That disconnect us from our true essence. It disconnected me from my true essence. You feel me? The more I started becoming this authentic self, but I think still I gotta find like balance with this, with my life, because I need to know what I want to do with it now. Because I want to raise in consciousness. That's my main thing. I want to remember when I leave here, I want to know who I truly am. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Damn. So, hold on. So the more self-awareness we have is the more we're able to focus on what really matters. The present moment is Present moment is here. Present moment is in the mind. Anytime, like when I talk like this, it feel like I'm using the mind. It feel like I'm using my mind to speak. You feel me? Not using your mind to speak, just simply speaking from the soul, being in the present moment, letting everything in front of you just be. Don't get the message and get what you need to hear and let that shit be what it is. You know, I got caught up in my egotistic ways. I started doing too much Instagram. You know, start doing Photoshop shit, start building this false identity of gaining confidence within the mind. But confidence starts within always. Authenticity starts within. Not the mirror, not Instagram, not attention, not likes. All that shit feed the soul, feed the mind, the conscious ego, this external entity that feed off your aura field whenever you don't get enough likes. Or seeking validation from the internet. Disconnecting your soul from what really is inner. You know what I'm saying? Speak your mind. You know what I'm saying? Speak your mind, but speak from the soul. Speak from the mind to get everything out so you could feel what it's really present in the moment, your soul. You is soul and spirit. You're not separate from your soul. You're not. When I say your soul, I'm speaking as in your soul. When you present in the moment, with no mind, with no thought, with nothing to throw you off, with no confusion. You know what I'm saying? So know that the mind, when you speak from the mind, you can feel the mind. You feel the different focus. But when you speaking from flow or state, present moment, speaking, that's soul's talk. Like, well, that's what I say when I rap. I speak from the soul. I don't write. I don't speak from the mind sometimes. Sometimes I do. But no, I speak from the mind. Getting all that bullshit out. I'm speaking from the soul. Not the mind. Forgive me. The soul. I just speak what's on what come out. And sometimes the shit that come out be old. It don't be worth even speaking on. So some of that shit I think I was dwelling on. Certain shit I moved on from. Certain shit I gained the insight on. You gonna do that shit. The more you grow, the more you enlighten yourself. You gonna become I became humble, but at the same time, humble to what extent? You know what I'm saying? Not humble to a point where I know I ain't got no type of power, but I'm humble enough to say I want to gain more. You with me? But I know for my age, I got this shit. When I say age, but I know for my soul, nigga, I feel wiser than I know way more than what the fucking person knows. So the mind, let's talk. So when we say the mind work as the program system, you feel me? So our mind work as a computer. So whatever we choose to believe, that's what we choose to believe when experiencing this present moment. But really, what are our beliefs? We're separate from beliefs. We're the soul experiencing this existence as the body. So you're not supposed to be feeling like use the body. You're not supposed to be doing things for the body. You're supposed to be doing things soulful. If you're going to eat some food, do some research on the food. How does it help you spiritually? On the side of how you feel. That's what I'm saying. That's what spirituality is, just focus on your inner world. That's all spirituality is when you focus on your inner world. Your true essence, your thoughts, your emotions, your negative behaviors, your positive. Focus on the positive as well, not just the negative. And turn the negative into positive, because positivity always override negativity. But that can manifest as if for me, damn, this shit got my nose feeling a certain way. When we say mind, not to get off topic, when we say mind, and the mind switch you to that focus, that's not true. Let me go to my story. That's not, when the mind try to take you out the moment, that's not your identification. Anytime you're out the moment, that's not true, bro. Like, anytime you're out the moment, that's not true. You know, being present is just hearing your own voice and feeling your own voice. Not thinking of your own voice, but feeling your own voice. Knowing you the one that's getting these words out. Not speaking from the mind. Knowing you the one that want these words out. And what you saying is coming from the soul. So let's talk a little bit about this planet and shit. Everything's conscious, even the ground. The ground is conscious. Well, everything is consciousness. These planets got conscious. The floor got consciousness. The damn, my nigga nose fucked up, man. Everything's consciousness. The crystals, my babies, I speak my intention to them. They keep me feeling good. They keep me feeling joyful, but comfortability could limit your true potential. Damn it. It can limit your true potential. So focus on your consciousness. Everything, when you talk to nature, the plants, they feel your energy. When you go outside and you vibrating low for junk food. I've been eating junk food a little bit, catching myself fucking up. And not feeling good about, not feeling bad about, but I need to. Like, yeah, what the fuck is you doing? I need to catch myself doing shit like that. Feel me? Catch myself doing shit like that. When I put myself in situations that I really don't want to be in, catch myself doing that shit. That's all egotistic shit that pulls me away from my authentic self, bro. Like, even the ego want to do shit out of logical thinking. Even so, the ego, I mean your lower self, when I choose to try to manipulate a situation to make it a certain outcome. I don't got no control to do that. I don't got no control to want a specific outcome. You know, I can't be, I want to do this and get this back and think I could. Nah, bro, that's all egotistic shit. We got to get rid of that shit, y'all. So just raising your consciousness start with knowing everything around you have consciousness. These plants are conscious of my consciousness is energy. Being in the present moment, being conscious of what you're speaking of, that is energy. Being conscious of what you're speaking, these animals. These ants I'm currently looking at in my window. They're so small but getting guided by something. What is that? They're so small but still got life. What is that? So that's tiny bug got consciousness. How they communicate? With me, how these bugs communicate? That's our spirit, life. They got a way of living. How we got a way of living up in the human form, they got a way of living. We're like we're all connected in a way of living. Everything got a flow of life. Everything got a flow of life. Everything got a spirit that's connected to the universe. That's connected to source. Source of spirit, electricity. You with me? So anything that got a spirit got life. To want to keep going. To want to keep going. To want to keep getting that, feeling a spark. To want to keep pushing in life. You know, the more you want to push them, like that spirit, when you wake up and want to, something in you keep making you want to do better. Hold on. When you wake up and something make you want to do better. That spirit, man. If your spirit's strong, you're going to always wake up and want to do something, dog. I was blocking out my voice. I was trying to get my voice out in so many ways, but I know so much shit. I could get it out simple as consciousness is everything. And conscious isn't visible. It's never meant to get understood with the two eyes, bro. Your inner voice is your authentic self. The way you, not the ego that try to make you think you're supposed to act a certain way. The authentic self is the one that act, that don't act. When we say use the word act, okay, we're going to say act because you're taking action, not acting as an actress. Like these acting ass niggas. That's not how I look at acting. Acting is your behaviors. So consciousness shows in your actions, bro. There's something I'm still holding on when I choose to eat these snacks. Knowing this type of information, I'm supposed to be getting it out. You know? We is soul and spirit, and the soul is the essence, and the spirit is the fucking strength that keeps you pushing through this shit. But your true essence is being and letting spirit, the flow of the universe guide you. But first you gotta get your spirit and soul aligned. When I'm not in line with I feel like what am I doing? Why haven't I been speaking the way I'm speaking right now? Why the fuck do I give a fuck how long these videos is gonna be when I'm doing this shit for me and my people? So why the fuck do I gotta worry about how long and who's gonna watch this video? It's cause I've been too worried about the internet. And not doing this shit for my soul to remember. Speaking and learning this knowledge I know is for your soul to remember. So let's talk about parallel universes and your choices. Every choice puts you in a new fucking reality. So that's why I feel like you going to I feel like you keep going back into the same timelines and timeline, jumping timeline and timeline, because timelines is just a different choice. Time's illusion. Every time you take an action, nigga, you go into a different reality. So that's why I'm like, every time you do this, nigga, it's gonna make it worse. Because it's gonna make it worse. Every time you do something, after doing something and putting yourself, it only makes the karmic pull like stronger. So the more you think you feeding it, the more you feed the pull, the more you become connected to the pull. You feel me, people? So I'm speaking for me. I'm speaking for y'all. Self-awareness. 21 minutes, we gonna just speak, nigga. And y'all, we gonna get this message the fuck out. You feel me? This is what I need to get out of me, man. I'm a god, bro. You feel me? Like, this is who the fuck I am. This is the type of message I'm supposed to really be getting out. So these plans, when we look at certain shit, this ain't for no damn motherfucking entertainment. This ain't for no damn materialistic want and need, desire to want to talk to a plant, feel the plant. And how do you feel when you're around these plants? Pay attention to how you feel, bro. What make you feel like you're connected to yourself? Nature, God, nature. Nature make me feel. Today was a beautiful day. It got me in that fucking mood. Beautiful day got me in that fucking mood. Dig what I'm saying? Elevation. The sun came out. I've been waiting for that shit. You feel me? All this materialistic shit. This shit is all thoughts. Thoughts don't belong to us. Hold on, I'm about to get deep, man. So, what we say every time we do something wrong, and make a karma, there's a ripple effect. But a ripple effect, basically, when we do and just because I know this shit, don't mean I don't fuck up, bro. That's why I gotta I gotta learn how to apply this shit to the world, my inner world, and all this knowledge on the world to other things. But fuck all that. And getting out this message to my people and myself is important because everything I'm getting out to y'all, I'm getting out to myself. It's a true understanding. Meditation, anything outside of yourself, when it becomes a behavior for an egotistic thing, how many times you gonna do it today? Let me do it 10 times. Let me do it 5 times. Start setting fucking desires. Unhidden desires it takes away the authenticity and what the real meaning to meditation is. The real meaning of meditation is to create inner harmony. That's the true meaning to inner peace. When you get in this harmonic state, and this is when you're supposed to be able to speak, manifest, and speak your mind and learn new things and get different insights when you create this peace to be able to get out of this shit now. So you got an inner ear, which is your soul. So your true essence is basically when you're here. And anything else, like when you hear certain guidance, so when you get spirit guides, certain thoughts appear, and certain ideas, certain topics, when they appear when you talking, that is your inner ear, you hearing your intuition. So when certain thoughts pop up, pay attention. They could guide you. They mean you're on the right path. It could be a reflection. It could be it's your intuition, your higher self showing you that you're operating off the right frequency. So doing things for the materialistic world does cause you to disconnect from your authentic self. So me just speaking to y'all right here is making me feel like I'm doing something. You know, this feels soulful. So when I'm doing things like, when I'm doing other things that's disconnecting me, like smoking weed sometimes and eating snacks and doing things that feel egotistic, it disconnects me, bro. It disconnects me from my authentic self. So just finding what aligns with my nature, because obviously I want to learn these things for my people and myself. I want to get out this message in a way of getting out this message. I wouldn't mind being this type of nigga. Y'all, my own fuck a house. I could do it right here. You know, that's where they get you. I keep wanting you to manifest a certain life to speak a certain way. I don't gotta have a house to speak like this to y'all. I don't gotta have a car to speak like this to y'all. I could just naturally just use my authentic voice to speak to y'all no matter where I'm at in life. I don't gotta push myself nowhere. Just experience this boost of consciousness and this higher frequency that I'm on. And get it out to my people. You know what I'm saying? And not want other people around me, like wanting to experience egotistic conversations with certain motherfuckers. Like, you know, like just trying to be Captain Save one person. Keep trying to learn through people when you only learn yourself through your own insights. So even if you're trying to go around somebody to learn from a certain point of view, like, what are you trying to learn when you need to learn that version behind closed doors first? Start learning your own weaknesses. Start learning your own pain, your own trauma, your own pattern loops, your own needing to work on your own desires that push you off your own authentic self. You don't gotta write. What helps you? What helps me? Whatever helps me is what helps me. Speaking helps me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't think it did, but speaking for people and wanting the validation and not just getting out the videos. Start doing too much, doing it for an egotistic reason. Getting on these phones, disconnecting from your authentic self is what make you feel like something's pulling you away from yourself. And I know that pull feeling now, like trying to go out of town, all this shit, all these things you don't fight with that though. You don't fight that though. You just let it be. But all that shit is just desires. If you want to go on the beach, kick your sand up, I'm already in the beach. Nah, I'm already in the fucking present moment. All that shit be desired. That desires is what pull you away from your authentic self. Desire. I desired a lot of sex during the porn addiction and shit. Desire, desiring want to be somebody else in life. Desire to want a certain life, a specific life, and not speak from the soul. All that shit is what disconnect you from your inner self, bro. I don't speak this for nobody. I don't gotta play my videos around nobody. If somebody play my videos, so be it. I don't gotta do none of this shit, bro. I don't gotta ask for validation from nobody. I don't gotta do no fucking video and show somebody how I speak. I don't gotta put my video on around nobody. I don't gotta do none of this shit. I can simply post my video. And people, whoever meet me and see my videos, they gonna meet me in real life and it's gonna be that. I don't gotta do this shit for nobody out this bitch. You feel me? I'm getting out this message on something. And I ain't been getting out no real message, man. I feel like I've been playing with this shit. You feel me? So when we say connecting to nature is important because the sun heal everything. The sun heal your mind. The sun clear out all the blockage. So when you eating negative foods and shit, the sun detox all that shit. When you walk, it detox all that shit. But when I was learning myself, because I was learning myself with this one perspective on about this one lower, just limited as point of view on my world, bro. Like, being humble and being acceptant with my current version so much to make you feel like you don't got nowhere else you could get. Like, metaphysics, man. We could teach a little bit about that. I don't know everything, but I experienced it. You got different laws of the universe. You got the law of rhythm, where don't get that misconstrued, but keep fucking up egotistic things. The egotistic thought would tell you, fuck up, then learn. Fuck up, then learn. It would keep making you fuck up. Feel like you're learning something, but you're really just putting yourself in your own loop of fucking self-sabotage. I won't say self-sabotage, but karmic debt. Forgive me. Take that back, universe. Karmic debt. So the more you react to that loop and that egotistic action to make you want to keep going, let me do it again so I can learn. Let me do it again so I can learn. That's a loop. That's the mind. That's the ego telling you this is how you're supposed to learn. True learning is just observing and wanting to actually put all the insight that you're gaining from this present moment and putting it in action to when I do something else. And making my day, not planning my day, but letting the day, my subconscious actions that align with my true plan, lead my day, guide my day. Let my higher self guide me through the day. Let my higher self guide me through, get me certain thoughts to keep my day in line. Let my internal dialogue, when we call it defense mechanism, the ego, tell me what I really don't need. Let it know I don't need it. I don't need shit. Needing shit is what you create a separation from yourself. Once you say you need something in this materialistic world to be something, then you already identified as that. Once you say, I need a car to do this, I need a car. I don't need shit to be nobody in life, man. I don't need shit to have my soul remember shit. I don't need no car. I don't need no crystals. I don't need nothing. At the end of the day, all this shit, thank God, babe. All this shit is to simply boost my, help in a world full of duality. There's a lot of duality out this bitch. It's a dual nature. I'm a Gemini that represents the duality in me. So finding balance within that duality, but finding what's right is really what's important. Because duality was never meant to be stuck going to war. It's meant to find harmony, true harmony, and not want to limit your perspective on one thing. Spiritual awakenings is more than just the materialistic world and materialistic desires and materialistic wants, which is desires. It's just connecting to what feel right when you're doing it. This feel right when I'm doing it. When I'm speaking out to my people, it feel right. It don't got to be in person. Like, I always told myself, I ain't want that life where I was going to creating chaos. Like putting myself in situations and all these hitting desire, having a cosmic truck and going to travel and shit like this. Watching, but this feel right here, bro. This feel right here. Doing hair products, start doing things for money, start putting unnecessary weight on me, bro. All this is karmic debt, bro. All this is materialistic wants and needs. If I just keep speaking the way I speak and build a reality from here, when I say life, I don't mean materialistic life. I mean my consciousness life. The true life. Life's living through me. Life's living through myself. The way I feel. My inner essence and the strength of my mind. So the strength of my spirit. Your spirit, your mind, your spirit, your mind is your aura field. So whatever emotions you allow inside of your mind and whatever is blocking this shit and interacting with your aura field, that's all mind. So whatever state of mind you're in, that's your aura field. You feel me? And then your soul is your magnet. That's how you attract certain people when they say you attract what you are. You attract the current version, spirit and soul. You are soul and spirit. You attract that one. We're going to say one, that divine. You're divine. You're going to attract that exact reflection. You're going to attract that direct reflection. So when we got different dimensions, different reality, different states of consciousness, when you operate at a lower frequency, you're on a fucking lower frequency. Lower dimension. Hold on. When you're on a lower dimension, that means you're on a lower frequency. So when we say you hop into a different dimension, I mean a different perspective, a different inner wisdom, man. Inner wisdom come from different perspective, different point of views. So the more you focus on your awareness in the present moment, you're receiving, the more you're tuned in into the moment, that's the higher your frequency is raised. That's the frequency you tuning into. So focus. But don't focus with the mind, focus with awareness, focus with the present moment. Not trying to get, you know how you talk to somebody, they say something, you just try to grab that thought and twist that motherfucker and make it for your own reason on a specific moment. They tell you something, a whole story, right? Then they say one thing about your ex-boyfriend out of line with one of your stories with them. And guess what? You get the, oh shit, so this whole story was all about him? You get the flip. Shut the fuck up. You feel me? Shut the fuck up. You with me? So that's all. What was that? Nigga lost his train of thought. Okay, so like I was saying, your authentic self is gonna always attract. We just hop back to topic, but your authentic self is gonna always attract what you are. So raising your consciousness, man, comes with looking at everybody like a reflection. I know I'm talking a lot, but let me talk a lot. Shit, this is my fucking video. My bad. Forgive me. A nigga farted. Excuse me. Me feeling like I can't talk a lot come from me going around certain people, bro, and not getting my voice out. I know I had way more potential than this. I learned so much, bro. Then I just stopped learning about certain shit. You know? But you gotta learn a little bit of everything. And learn a little bit of everything with everything. You feel me? When I go in the sun and shit, I come back in. I don't come back in to talk to family, people pleasing, gaining. No. No, what really made me happy, bro? What have I been doing, bro? I've been doing a little bit of something, bro. Going on nature walks. I'm learning now, bro. This is fucked up. Going on nature walks. Not fucked up, I'm learning. Going on nature walks, doing all this. And then trying to connect with people, bro. And I wasn't using none of my intellectual shit I was gaining through my crystals, what was I using these for? There's a whole lot of information I could have been gaining. Writing down, focusing on. But instead I was focused on trying to find my soul outside of me through relationships, through love outside of me, not through my own passion. I had a high purpose to teach, bro. I think I start giving up when I start worried about like the views and the having to manifest things and not just do it with my authentic, just getting it out. First, just get it out. You know, so let me be your reflection. Like, don't let your path get shaped by having to think you gotta show love to somebody outside of you to find your soul. You show yourself that love you're supposed to think you're giving out. So every time I was people pleasing and shit, doing things like Grand Rising, setting unnecessary, nigga, act yourself, bro. I don't gotta go wake up and go on the internet and tell them Grand Rising and do all this shit. I don't gotta do that. That's all unnecessary slave to your own routine shit. I don't gotta wake up, take a rising to no female. I don't gotta do all this shit. I started off as a solo soldier. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just reflecting shit. Like, I wasn't sitting here trying to find girls to shape my path through conscious shit. Where did this all come from? This start coming from, like, not only did this photo shoot boost my ego. No, certain shit boost the ego and take you away from your authentic self, bro. Like, you know, like, I'm glad I smoked this wood and got this download, bro. Like, fuck the wood, bro. Like, you feel me? It just, excuse me, nigga farting, bro. Nigga been eating bad, bro. eating out of balance. Well, eating balanced, but eating not according to how I should be eating for my fucking true essence. My fucking gut.
In main menu.
The gut is the brain. The gut is the consciousness, man. Whatever you put in your body, that's how your brain's gonna operate. But gladly, a nigga get a lot of sun. Gladly, I had a strong mind. Gladly, but badly, I got comfortable with that mindset. Not using my true voice. Just speaking my mind and posting it. Make me feel like, fuck it. Nigga, I don't give a fuck if this shit an hour long. This shit's gonna manifest as something. I don't even gotta look back on my own vids yet. Just keep learning. Just keep learning new shit. And when I say we got the 72 demons and 72 angels, so we got 7 chakras on the physical form, which is energy points within our body. So you got the root chakra, which you connect to when you start connecting to materialistic things and disconnecting from your authentic self, what you really want to do on your path. So that's your lower chakra. And then you got your sacral, which is pleasure, lust, sex, money, all the desires and shit like that. And then you got your solar plexus, your confidence, your motivation, that's where they say your soul is located in your solar plexus, the sun. Yes, the sun is dark matter energy. We're made up of dark matter energy. Everything around us is dark matter energy. This is our force. The universe is everywhere. The universe is dark matter energy. This is the light, and then you got the unseen. So now let me run y'all deep. So we got 7 chakras within the body. You start off from your root, then you go to your sacral, then you got your solar plexus, and then you got your heart, and then you got your throat, and then you got your pineal, and you got your crown. So spiritual attacks, basically when you align all these chakras and speak from what's supposed to get spoken from and really tap into that frequency, then you realize a lot of things that are, forgive me, hold on, let me tap in. The solar plexus, when you get all these chakras aligned and you get to this, your crown chakra, that connect you to higher realms. Once you get to this shit, you get there. That's where I'm at. When you start feeling this was aching a lot. I was connected to the materialistic world. That's a reflection of that. Your pineal gland, the insight, the vision within. Having a vision on your true feelings. Your inner world, how you feel, the way you're thinking, the thoughts that you're feeling, the emotions you're feeling, that's your insight. Your throat is how you speak. Not from the mind, from the soul. Did I stutter when I'm talking? When I was talking? Nah, I did. When I speak on it, nigga got cocky. So this is your throat chakra. You feel me? This is your throat chakra. And then you got your heart chakra, which is basically the way you show your love, the way you feel, certain things you do. And let's go back to your throat chakra, the way you speak, how your confidence starts within your solar plexus. Now we getting there. But same thing with your voice, though. So your throat chakra, and then you got your sacral, which I told you at the bottom, too. But you got to reach your all consciousness. And all these things show when I speak. These aren't things that's visible towards y'all. These are things y'all hear when I speak. You feel me? So now I realize I was really under, I was limiting my mind with these beliefs I was having. I was limiting my mind with these beliefs I was having and with these things I was attaching myself to. Just experiencing the mind and letting it be there. Releasing those old emotions. And raising in consciousness, bro. You feel me? There's a lot of insights I was gaining. And when we talk about planets, I mean the planets are within the mind. So the conscious mind is already taught to learn this world. this planet, this existence here. So it already knows your house by heart. It already knows to go downstairs and do. Your subconscious mind is programmed to know this fucking matrix, right? So it knows that the milk is in the fridge downstairs. It knows these certain things because your mind is programmed to know these things, right? But that's the normal way we think to live in. So the same thing is for this planet. We come here and we know we here with our mind is limited to things around us. Our mind is limited to the city around us. Our mind is limited to all this planet. The things you think you gotta do to experience your inner self. So this planet, once you wake up here and you get all these conscious thoughts out your sleep, that's all the matrix. Them are all thoughts. Them are all thoughts. Somebody out the door? So, yeah, just focus on your thought processes. Your thought process when, hold on, let me get my tea, man. Anytime you wake up and, I'm about to blow my antenna in there. Anytime you wake up in this physical world, you automatically connect to the matrix. You automatically connect to the matrix. So when you wake up when I wake up out my sleep, and when you wake up out your sleep, right, and we start getting all these thoughts and what we think we want to do. Let's go to the store. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do this. All that shit is past thoughts from past experiences, so we got to separate ourselves from that. I got this karmic pull going to the store, people, it's K2, all this shit is programmed into a subconscious mind. All this shit is programmed into our subconscious mind. You feel me? So the more we focus on the true essence, which is no mind, basically, we could say that. We create a distance, like I say, between the matrix, which is the external world, the external forces, that tries its best to pull you out your authentic self, bro. Like me getting out this message and not giving a fuck. I could post it on YouTube. I don't care. I'm doing this. I'm doing good by doing this. Not going to Instagram and getting a point across. I can simply manifest from YouTube. Enjoy my real reality. Fuck Instagram right now. Like truly, like, cause nigga, you gotta do too much on Instagram. Fuck Instagram for real. Fuck all them reels and trying to make it. I can simply be on YouTube. Fuck all the chaos. Boom. I don't gotta do no egotistic shit. Evolve myself in the chaos. I already do that. Fuck. I gotta get this. This is who the fuck. Release it on YouTube. Let it be. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers gonna view that shit. 21 views, whatever. Manifest this shit. Connect the high realms. Bring this shit down. How can I do this? Fuck the egotistic reality on Instagram. These motherfuckers would fuck all that reality on there, cause that shit be fake. That's a whole different real world. That's a whole different world on that bitch, man. So me realizing like I was dimming my path, I asked for forgiveness from the universe, and I forgive myself, cause I was definitely dimming my path, bro. I don't gotta do too much. I don't gotta climb trees. I don't gotta do nothing but speak my authentic voice, get nature, sit in my backyard, do whatever. Fuck the, you know what I mean? Like, I don't gotta do too much, bro. I don't gotta do all this conscious, like, the shit that keep me trapped to the matrix. The matrix is the external forces, man. The spirit of greed. That shit are these people around us. But I let attach to my aura field because I started getting thrown off through my manifestations and not experiencing a true awakening. I got how long to just experience this present moment? You catch my drift? Like, I don't, it's that lower chakra, that root chakra, when I gotta hurry up and get about the city. And then you wanna hurry up and get about the city and think, then when you wanna hurry up and get out the city, what did I make you do? Did I make you start wanting to get cars and start doing the materialistic things instead of just wanting to be here in the present moment? Family always wanna get you to get a job. A job is important in a way, shape, and form. I was spending my money on people pleaser. I was giving out to people and shit like that. Fuck all that shit right now. I didn't did all that shit. I was all egotistic shit. But it meant something to me though. But how much did it mean to me? Was it identifying as me? Did I identify as those actions, or did I let those actions just be what it was? You know? Was the materialistic shit don't matter truly. That's why I gave it out the way I was giving it out. But the spirit of greed, wanting more. And wanting more. That energy around us, that energy we pick up off, that fear of living. When we start picking up on their habits of living, then you get in that fear-like state, worried about dreams, worried about what you gotta do next. You start moving in panic. You know, you start feeling like accomplishments are without, not within. I feel a real accomplishment when I speak my fucking mind like this. Because I'm getting insight for myself. I see how the mind works the more I speak like this. The mind represents Satan. The mind is the matrix. The mind is the thoughts. We're not thoughts, we're not nothing, we're soul. And spirit. The mind is rarely supposed to be used, man. It could be, it's not a bad thing completely when you vibrating right. When you on the right track. I see now what my voice was meant to do. Not to make raps and add egotistic meanings to them, just to simply talk like this, express my pain. That helped me. That helped my voice, though, my throat chakra. But confidence becomes fake and illusionized when it comes from the external world. So I learned how to be around my family, but it's now I gotta protect my energy, bro. But I raised in consciousness, like that's what I'm saying. Like, spiritual awakening is important because, well, spiritual awakening and keeping track of your track and what you're learning throughout that process. Certain things you learn, you're not meant to just let be learned. You're supposed to actually apply it. So, learn about the world, bro. Learn about yourself. Learn where we come from, these chakras within us, what they really do, what they really represent. Are they being at act? Are they being at play? How am I speaking? Where is it coming from right now? Am I speaking fluently without using mind? That show a reflection of my throat chakra. You feel me? That show a reflection of my inner world. No mind. In the present moment, there's no mind. There's just the message. There's no mind. There's no reason yet. There's nothing yet. It's an open mind. That's what open-minded mean. There's no meaning yet until your higher self add that motherfucking meaning. I'ma always be okay. Like, you feel me? Throughout everything, man. Spiritual attacks is real, but at the same, it build us. I'm meant to enlighten myself and people, which I'm doing. And that's crazy. I really be doing which I'm doing. You feel me? which I'm doing. So me just speaking my mind is me speaking from the soul. Forgive me. Me just speaking and speaking from the soul with no mind. But your mind is what's connected to this matrix, people. Just know that. Any habits, anything that's connected to the matrix, any impulsive thoughts, any energy around you, all this shit is distraction. All this shit is meant to distract you from your actual path. And I know a lot, so I wasn't teaching a lot, and I wasn't accepting that I know a lot. I dumped myself down, trying to learn and humble myself. But I knew a lot already for a reason. I had insights on certain shit for a reason. I had an inner ear telling me to get out this message for a certain reason. I was learning certain shit for a certain reason. You feel me? But the more I wasn't getting out this message, the more it was making me feel like something was pulling me. I kept making videos. Then I get a thought out of nowhere like, this shit might be too long. Who say there wanting to be a motherfucker out there that really listen to this whole motherfucking video? Who the fuck is there to say there want to be a motherfucker that listen to this whole motherfucking video just played by parts? Somebody told me they watched the whole motherfucking 50-minute video when he was high. I speak truth, bro. You feel me? Not doing it for the views, but doing it for my people and myself, man. Like, me giving out this insight felt good as fuck. I ain't do this shit in a minute. This shit felt good. You know? So, stay positive, man. And stay on your purpose, man. And learn this awareness through everybody. And not everybody around you is the right reflection. Absorbing that type of energy is not the right thing to do. But it all becomes a lesson. It's people pleasing shit. I'm an empath, man. So I there's a lot of shit I be trying to do. You know? I'm an empath. I had a lot of bad habits coming up. There's a lot of other people that had lustful actions. I'm celibate. I don't even get down like that. There's people that have lustful intentions, and I'm aware of them. You feel me? I'm aware of them. And I don't gotta go backwards to learn that shit. When I see that shit, that's not meant for me to keep learning and keep doing egotistic shit that I keep wanting to learn from that. I'm draining myself. My true potential. Fuck a female right now. I love my goddesses. Fuck a female right now. See what I'm saying? But I gained that motherfucking confidence to where I know if I meet me one, I got that authenticity now. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want no female until I raise my motherfucking consciousness, man. I don't want for shit. I'm fine stuck in it in the motherfucking basement right now. Finding love in my fucking journey and shit. And not wanting a certain day to have to do a certain thing. Not wanting a certain day to have to do a certain thing. I want to be consistent with this shit. You know, I wanted to really, at a certain point, I wanted to not ask to project, not do all this shit, but I did. I wanted to really know who I was. This inner essence that I feel. That inner essence that I feel that I know want to be like, that I know I am, but I just gotta, how do I keep finding pieces to that? Because I feel my present moment. I feel that essence. But how do I keep connecting to that? By speaking my truth. You know? By just speaking my truth in a current mode, like the current moment, and just not having no fucking meaning to this shit. I'm doing something right now. Who tell me I gotta sit here and be out in nature and do that? That's our ego. When I say ego, that's our desire to want to go in a certain location and be yourself, bro. That's all I'm trying to tell y'all people. Don't let nobody outside of y'all tell y'all how y'all supposed to be. I don't know what I can't say what I'm supposed to be. I know I got a voice. I know I could rap. I know I could. The voice show my rap. I know I could do this. Who's artist? Who knows? You know, like just getting these downloads and teaching y'all, and maybe like fuck the future. Just learning this shit in the present moment, and just keep getting this knowledge, dude. Like, you feel me? Like, and turning it into, getting this knowledge and turning it into wisdom, inner wisdom. Not getting this knowledge and turning it into an egotistic growth. Getting this knowledge, turning it into inner wisdom and teaching it. Because, like, people was telling me, I know this certain shit for a reason. What was dimming me? Distractions, the future. Certain things that was pulling me out of myself, the things I was doing out of ego, trying to take pictures and shit, trying to do shit for the net, trying to do certain shit. Throwing me out my authentic self, getting on the net, taking pictures and shit. Fuck all that shit. Like, fuck all that shit. Fuck the ego, fuck the mind that make you feel like you got some type of value. Like, your value is your consciousness, your energy, motherfucker. That's your true motherfucking consciousness. When you start taking on these motherfucking, start getting the internal dialogue, all these old beliefs. I'm about to meditate. I'm not playing no games. I'm about to make me some for motherfucking and meditate. Promise you. Let this shit wash down real quick. Do my motherfucking, I'm about to meditate. Fuck the food I ate in the future. Fuck all these loops. I was cutting up my consciousness. Damn, a nigga made an hour-long video. You feel me? Fuck all this shit. Fuck the old beliefs. Fuck the connection to the, fuck the connection to the world. I learned wisdom through everything. The connection to the world is the distraction. The connection to the body is the distraction. The connection to food, just to eat, is distraction. The spirit of greed is real. People that get greedy. Who get greedy? Who get greedy around you? Who's the people that keep moving every second? Who's the people that keep moving every second? What happened?
Your shoes is out in the backyard. Are those your new ones?
What, the white Adidas?
I don't know what color they are.
Yeah, I don't know. But who's the people that, forgive me, hold on. I'm a little distracted. No, you fine, Anna. But
They hit the big F gallon. Oh, you on the phone?
I don't know, I'm making a video. But look, who's the people we're gonna just around you that throw you off, as in the energy. And I mean, like, like behaviors, like certain behaviors that wasn't yours. Nigga got a big chunk of mucus out. So just staying conscious, man, connected to your higher self and seeing the lower self and just seeing the habits, man. So yeah, teaching this shit, I see now. I was so focused on fixing my problems instead of raising my consciousness and just getting out this message. My problems was already getting fixed. Like, I done did a lot of shit. My problem was already getting fixed. So let's talk about the conscious mind. Like I said, you come here, your conscious leaves here the moment you go to sleep and dream. And then you ride back here into a slow, linear. And when we say linear, they say time's not linear. Like, it's not how we think in motion. They say it's happening momentarily. Like, I don't know what that really means. I feel what that means. Because you're really not, you're moving, but you're really not never moving. But the five senses connect you to feeling like you're moving. But if you really just was flowing, which you really, if you ain't have your five senses to connect you to this body, you wouldn't feel like you was moving, right? Because you never move. Consciousness don't move, it flows. So consciousness does move, forgive me, but I mean within. It flows and it, you know, so the five senses of the consciousness represents the body. So the five senses of the body, you know, you got 5 points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 5-point star. So those five senses connect you to the physical plane, the materialistic world. And that consciousness is the, forgive me, let me relocate. That's the physical part of the mind, the lower state, the Satan. That's the physical world. That's connected to the five senses. The five senses represents Satan, the external forces that does for the body, the part of the mind that does for the body, the conscious loops, thought forms, the negative patterns. That is the five senses. That's connected to the five senses. The conscious mind represents Satan. And then you got the angel, they be like good, bad, Satan, and then you got God and shit. Because God is the inner self, not the five senses. That's why they say you got Satan, the bad angel, that tell you to do the wrong shit. And then you got God that tell you to do the right shit. God is that God consciousness within. That have self-control, not the devil in your ear like tap a hat. That's telling you to do the negative things. You know, like that. The shit that the external forces. That's Satan. So just raising your consciousness, realize being conscious of your inner state, your inner world, how you feel, what's making you feel vibratory. I like using that word and shit. And when you be doing things for the, like, let's say this, y'all, when you do things for the net, right, just know it's going to create a pull of a routine. Anytime you're in a routine, you're setting a day ahead of you. Anytime you're setting a day ahead of you, you're draining your energy. Anytime you wake up, anytime you go to sleep on the way you're supposed to wake up, you're draining yourself in your fucking rest. Your mind is never restless. Anytime you go to sleep, and I notice, y'all, when I wake up, I notice this feeling of just getting woken up out my sleep and just instantly going somewhere. Waking up, I think the first thing you should do is ground. I know, the first thing you should do is ground, not wake up and instantly go on a walk. Like, that's some other shit. Wake up, ground for me. Get you, fuck even fresh air, yes. Wake up and ground first. Don't even get no fresh air yet. Like, I'm trying to tell y'all, do what y'all want. But wake up and ground. Instantly just sit, journal. Don't go outside and start trying to, you know, you could listen to the birds, do that, but don't run from the selfie moment you wake up. Because, damn, you dreamed how you feel when you first wake up. The way you wake up shows the day you had yesterday. If you wake up in a good state or a tired state, like, I've been waking up tired. No, I've been waking up tired because I be going to sleep restless. Like, you know, I be moving a lot. I can't be moving a lot trying to raise my consciousness, like my true consciousness on how I could talk to certain people. I got that side of me that want to learn more, yes. But I got to learn more through the way I speak. People's going to listen to this. You know, I'm going to find me opportunities by just speaking truth, the wisdom I'm gaining. I don't need to go do certain things in the materialistic world. I'm attract the people through the way I speak. Fuck all the egotistic shit. The looks, doing things for the looks. Motherfuckers be attracted to this body. I'm not this body, bro. I don't want to feel good because you telling me I look good. I don't want to feel pleasure when you tell me I'm sexy. Like, do you admire my fucking energy? I don't know what the fuck they be like. You gotta pay attention to certain people's demeanors, you know? But at the end of the day, just pay attention to certain people's demeanors. When you see people's intentions, know their intentions. I ran against 2 now, like. I ran against 2 now. Reflections of what, like, let's break it down like this, man. You got your reflection, right? And then I got too caught in the camera, forgive me. But you got your reflection. Don't look at your reflection as no evil reflection. Never. Because that's when it turns into negativity. It manifests as negativity. Because I'm high in consciousness, respecting my own boundaries. Okay, I'm high in consciousness, so I got to make sure I keep my inner state. If somebody's not on the same healing path as me, let them go. Because your healing journey is important. I was big on that. I was big on that healing journey. And I got knocked off trying to heal through other people. Trying to experience their emotions. When going around that pool of what I'm trying to heal from, it helped me now. Everything helps, but don't get caught in that loop of help. Don't like that feeling of sabotage. A war. That feeling of war first starts within. You got to build yourself to be able to even handle that form of the negative forces. And when I say negative forces, I'm always talking about negative forces, man. But don't look at it in a negative way. I'm going to always tell y'all that too. Because them are the same forces of our lower self. So once you get to looking at that like it's all bad and all shit and like there ain't nothing, like that's a piece of garbage, then you look at yourself like a piece of garbage because that was a part of you before, right? So you start looking at that version of you like a piece of garbage. But that version of you helped you see, that version of you helped you see the higher version. So now when I speak, I see the lower self. I see my lower life. It's nothing to just pick up this camera and talk for an hour straight and just put it out there, bro. And not really want no fuck it. Just helping my soul remember. You feel me? Like, I got lost in so much shit I'm just not realizing, man. So much fake desires for the world. Instead of just learning and teaching the shit I get from the sun and from the astro planes, the shit I'm pulling down, the shit that I connect to through my higher consciousness. When I say I'm advanced, knowing I'm advanced, but feeling humble. And when I say I'm advanced, I'm a wise soul. I know a lot, but there's a way more I can learn. That's what comes with being wise. I got that wiseness in me to want to learn more, but not learn more through a lower self. Not getting caught. There's so much other more wiseness than going to my old reflections. That's a part of it though, but not gaining connection to that pool. Healing that shadow side, them attachments to other people, them attachments to these people that let go of that shit, bro. Letting go of the attachment to this body is a big part, and the only way you can be attached to the body is when you start to get in this. When I was getting attached to this body by getting attached to, I'm just speaking, y'all. The only way you can get attached to this body is by keep receiving external things outside of you and thinking that's pleasure and thinking that's not true. Everything I look at now shouldn't bring me pleasure. You feel me? Like, when I look at my skin, I shouldn't be like, damn, this nigga darkish. I should look at this like, everything should start within, then without, bro. But when I say without, not pleasure from the body, but just taking care of your whole being inside. Fuck the outside. Don't even let me say taking care of your face and start doing shit else. Taking care of your body. Because it's simple as just having an inner self-care. Like, you feel me? Like, fuck lotion in your body. Yes, lotion on your body, lotion in your face, brushing your, keeping your mouth, the portal to the soul. Everything goes down to your gut, and your gut is your second brain. You feel me? All that shit play a part in your, I'm losing thought, man. Just put it like that. We're gonna just throw that word out real quick. And if I said something, catch me on. But yeah, don't get attached to none of this shit outside of yourself. This body isn't me. This ain't me. This camera ain't me. All this shit's just something I'm experiencing in life. I'm God experiencing life as a human being. And when I say that, I'm God energy, God consciousness, experiencing life as a human being. Experiencing this materialistic life. These phones is just all this shit. You know, keeping me feeling like I'm connected to the world. This dream. This dream that brings me back here and make me feel connected to this material. Keep trying to bring things from the dream back here into reality. Keep wanting to do unnecessary things that pull me away from my soul. Trying to do backflips to anything that you pull you outside of yourself. No, I did good things though, but I'm not finna. That was all egotistic. Facing fears don't come with facing fears, as in, yes, facing your fears, but facing your fears could be literally facing your pride, because that's the same difference, right? If you catch my drift, like doing things out of ego, pride, like, you know, me wanting to shoot certain guns just to get that feeling of facing pride, but that's really facing fuck that shit. You know, like trying to do shit, fuck that shit. I was never, fuck the gun. Fuck the gun, fuck the belief I was gonna say I'm never holding a gun again. Fuck all that egotistic shit I said I was never gonna do or gonna do. Because all that shit is creating shit in the mind, chaos. From just gaining consciousness. I could walk around with no gun. Simple. Like, who's this? If, you know, I could walk around with no gun. I could do what the fuck I want. You with me, bro? Like, this shit is real freedom. I don't gotta wake up here and think. I wake up here every day and I feel separate from this program. I be seeing people in the phones. I see the shit. I see the pattern. I see the matrix. I see how people live. I just see the way things happen. Even my own pattern, I see the matrix. It's the mind. It's that zap you out your moment type of shit. It's all the forces around you that make you want to go do something. That pull you out wanting to just sit the fuck down. That's the matrix, bro. Everything that outside of you that's just bringing you in old thought forms and shit. The energy around you that hold negative thought forms and shit like that. That triggered certain things. You don't fight those things. You don't try to find peace with those. You don't try to meditate those thoughts away. You find strength in to speak through those thoughts. You find strength in to speak through those thoughts. Speak through those thoughts. sit through those thoughts. It's not about trying to separate you from the thought. No, you experience the thought and sit there and be aware of that thought and don't let that thought define you. It's an hour and 20 minutes, y'all. I'm giving y'all a lot of gems on my self-experience. I'm at the state where I did a lot of shit. I've been through a lot. True awakenings. I'm gaining, something in me was just this spark. I realized I had a lot of sparks. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of sparks, bro. And one main spark was me just wanting to teach out of nowhere. And one thing that threw me off that alignment was when somebody said something about the ego automatic want to just teach somebody something and know everything. I let that one thing throw me out of alignment, bro. And make me feel like I wasn't doing nothing right. I forgot about all the times I was healing this shit. I let that one thing bring me out of moment. Took it in the wrong way. Had a when we say I had a thing where I was bringing chaos and I had so much times in my period where I was connecting to trees and shit like that, going in trees and doing things like in that nature. But I feel like that wasn't all pulling me away. It was pulling me away from myself in a way. Cause connected with nature ain't doing nothing but just sitting down in nature and just chilling, working out, chilling, yoga, boom, boom. Let your day flow. Manifest through your holding in your semen, retention, eating the right food, drinking the right teas, staying in this right state of mind. The matrix will keep you out that flow state of being in the present moment, not needing a meaning to no reason and wanting stop worrying about the future and be the creation you're meant to be with infinite possibilities. It's a timeline where I got 1 million views on one of my videos. Fuck the views, but who to say this is to help my soul remember. Me teaching y'all certain shit. Obviously, I'm some type of if I know all this shit. If I know all this shit. We are divine beings, bro. When I tell y'all we're divine beings, I mean we are feminine and masculine. But this creation, this physical one right here, with no breasts, is the masculine representation of masculine energy. The physical body of a masculine energy we represent. The goddesses is the representation of the feminine energy, the gender. But you feel me? It all plays a part in one, because it's not, let me get deep now, but let me stay on this. The gender, they represent the feminine energy. But those two, gender is just a word. Gender is just a word, a separation that creates separation. So it's just an energy. That she represents the feminine energy. I represent the masculine energy, but we're both made of both. We're just offspring. We're just, feminine is first, which created man, but we're just offsprings of the female body, because females came first. So looking at myself not as a physical body, but as the masculine energy, we supposed to make sure we always play that masculine role, but tap into that feminine role is real shit. So tap into that side. Feel me? Ah, what a fucking current, man. Tapping into that energy, bro. You feel me? That feminine masculine. You know what I'm saying? So the feminine energy is the energy that keep you feeling calm in the present moment. The masculine energy is the energy that keep you going. You feel me? So when you getting thrown off focus and shit, certain shit is, that's the dominant part of the mind, the masculine energy. That's just doing shit. The feminine part of the energy is the shit that just be sitting down and being. Not worried about shit else. Feel me? That's the state we at. So fuck the separation of gender, bro. We made up of feminine energy and masculine energy, bro. You dig what I'm saying? So those two things, you find balance with it and you create divine energy. You don't know shit. You know what I'm talking about, bro? Fuck.
I didn't know you was talking to you, so go.
Nah, I'm making a video.
That's just talking to me.
Nah. But yeah, you got divine energy, which is feminine energy and masculine energy, bro. And you tap into both of them. I'm talking to the phone, but you tap into both of them energies, bro. You create with that divine energy. Them infinite possibilities and shit like that, you create with those. So, be aware of that. Be aware of both sides. They all play a part. They all play a part. You feel me? So stay positive. I love y'all.